Whether you can hear a negative entity speaking to you in your head or not, they are trying to deliver a message. And understanding that message may be a huge key into unlocking how to get rid of them forever. So let's talk about that and what that message might be in this video. Let's look at those of you who can actually hear the voice of the entity talking to you first. One of the messages you might have received is that they have told you that they are one of your high frequency spirit guides and they're there to help. In many cases, when this shows up, people believe that, oh, it's because I let my guard down, because I was fooled into thinking that these entities were my actual spirit guides. But that's not it at all. There is nothing for you to worry about after having been fooled into letting your guard down and letting in an entity. They were going to come in no matter what. But what they wanted to do was make you feel as bad as possible. They want you to feel the fool. They want you to feel like you made a huge mistake and have regret and shame and guilt. Because that's the way they stay attached to you. So it is not true at all that you let your guard down, that you let them in. It might feel like it, and that's exactly what they want. But remember, they are weak compared to you. They are feeding off of low frequency emotions and experiences. Do your best to shed that guilt. You did nothing wrong. They were going to be there either way. Another one that they often do is they tell you that they want you to die, that they're going to kill you, that they want you to commit suicide, anything to get you fearing death. Man, they absolutely love that. Do they actually want you to die? Think about that for a second. Do your negative entities want you to die? If you're sitting there going, yep, they definitely do, they absolutely do, well then why aren't you dead? And if you were dead, who would they attach to? They're there to attach to you. Their entire purpose is to stay attached to you. So they don't want you to die. They want you to be as miserable as possible. If you were dead, they couldn't suck your low vibrational frequency energy off of you anymore. They need you to be alive and be in complete fear. And there is no better fear than fearing death. Another one I hear all the time is that the entities tell you some elaborate story about how they became attached to you, that maybe they were just passing by and whoop, they accidentally got attached. This doesn't make any sense at all. They are there specifically to give you these messages that we're going to talk about in a minute, and they're going to use whatever method they possibly can to stay attached. If they can get you all wrapped up in the story of how they became attached, then all of a sudden you're putting all of your energy into them because you're focused on them. You're focused on their story. This is another way that they can easily stay attached. So the reason, the story behind how that happened has no bearing whatsoever. It's a complete distraction. Okay, so now let's go into the less direct messages that they're trying to teach you. The other ones were distractions, actually. The real messages are these. They're there to help you overcome fear. That's their message to you. You can get rid of me if you can overcome fear. Well, how would that be? That doesn't even make any sense. Why would they want me to get rid of them? They are there as a service to you. I know it sounds ridiculous, but they are there to help you grow and expand, raise your frequency, step into your power, overcome fear. So they're doing whatever they can to make you as scared as possible as a test to see if you can overcome it, a test to see if you can say, hey, I am not afraid. I'm not afraid that I'm going to have you for the rest of my life. I'm not afraid that things are going to get worse. That's what they actually want. That's one of the big secrets to getting rid of them. Another message that they have for you is you need to address your past traumas. What? Why do they want that? Well, think about it. Think about the symptoms that you're experiencing from your negative entity. Does it have anything to do with what happened in your past? For the most part, it's a mirror image of what transpired when you were a kid. the way to get rid of this type of entity is to definitely focus on removing the stored emotions associated with those past traumas. Another message that they're trying to get through to you is you need to work on your limiting beliefs. If you believe that you're never going to get rid of the entity, then that's going to be true. If you believe that you're a victim and you deserve to be, or I don't understand why the heck I would be attacked, but man, everything goes wrong for me, then that's a limiting belief that you need to overcome. You'll often find that where your mind goes when you're in the most miserable experience, the most miserable part of your negative entity experience, is a key to, oh, I need to get over this limiting belief that I believe that I'm not strong enough to get rid of them, or whatever it might be. But I would say that the most important message that they're trying to get across to you is that you are highly connected to the spirit world. You are a very powerful spiritual being, and that's why you've brought them in the first place. And you need to do a bunch of work to remove them for good. And that might mean raising your vibrational frequency, stepping into your power, overcoming limiting beliefs. But you have the work that you can do. And once you do that work, they'll be gone. And if you do the things that you need to do to get rid of them, you'll be well on your way to an incredible spiritual existence where you'll discover your spiritual gifts and likely your mission and purpose for being here in the first place. All of this are the messages that your negative entity attachments are trying to get through to you. But they're doing it in cryptic ways. They're doing it in many opposite ways. But this is the foundational truth of all negative entity experiences. There is so much that you can do and that you will do to overcome them and step into this incredible spiritual being who you already are, but maybe you just haven't realized yet. So thank you so much for watching this video. I have many more videos on the channel, not just about specifically negative entities, but how to do many of the things that I talked about in this video. So check those out, become a subscriber, and you can also check the link in the description below to get some free activations that will help you overcome negative entities, that'll kind of keep them at bay for a little while you do the work that you know that you need to do, especially now. I love you unconditionally, and I'll see you in the next video.